Hey, fight the revolution, my man. What's up, Camber? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, dude. This is the way. It has to happen. And Brits need to be told. That's it. Hey, Emmy as well. What's up? I turned it on. I've been very good about that recently. I've been remembering to turn it on before most streams. I guess practice helps. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought if I just streamed more, I'd get better at doing the streaming thing? Bullshit. All right, Emmy. Enjoy your 5e, and we'll get it going. Yeah, so this is going to be one of the last streams. I think the second last stream. I don't think I'm getting everything done today. But we're going to get a lot of story done, and then we're going to pretty much get to or past the point of no return today. So there's a point where the game changes. The whole world basically changes. Once you go past that point, you can't go back. So we'll definitely get to there, and I think go a bit past it. So we don't have a lot left to do. Canon calls you. It's true. It's true. What are we? Mortal Kombat? Like Comrade. Oh, did you like my invisible cap? It's my official Shinra workers cap, though. So you know, watch it. Oh, is this? Yeah, okay. This is starting to do some stuff. All right, let's just go. So there's a couple things I've got to go over. My playtime is slightly increased from the last time I was here. So to get the full sort of 100% right, I have every achievement. The only two I don't have: beat the mega boss, beat the game. So just to do a quick run through, right? Everyone's at level 100, right? We've got Ergez, which is Zell's final weapon. We have every limit break Zell can possibly have. We have Lionheart, which is Squall's final weapon. And we have Squall's 4 limit breaks. Oh, what am I doing? Selfie. We have Strange Vision, which is Selfie's final weapon. On her limits, we have Full Cure and Rapture. There's only one more here that we can get, which is the end, I think. Which is literally just... I got a new green screen and it's acting the maggot. Hey, Jay, what's up, buddy? 41 months! Ooh. Cheeky Primer? Cheeky Optimus Prime? What's up, dude? How are you? We're doing a run through of everything to make sure I've got the real 100%. We've got Irvine with the Exeter. That's his final weapon. We've got all the types of ammo for him. We don't have 100 pulse ammo, but that's just a ball ache to get. We don't really need it. Quistis, Save the Queen, her final weapon. And we have every single limit break she can have as well. This one I had to grind for, like, last night. I had to spend like an hour and a half grinding an enemy to get the fucking item for this. It's so out of the way, and it's not even her best one. Renoa, we've got Shooting Star. That's her final one. We do have 2 limit breaks left to learn on Renoa, but we'll get her back before the end, and we'll just basically run in circles with no encounters on to teach Dog Bison Search and Wishing Star. And that's easy enough to do. Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. We just actually just back from the vet, so one of our guinea pigs, Biscuit, had something wrong with her last week, so we took her in. Turns out some of her teeth were a little messy, and then she had some cysts or something on her ovaries. So she got her dental done last week, and today she got her ovaries removed, her uterus removed as well. So spayed, basically. But she's all good. She's downstairs recovering, and we're feeding her plenty of snacks, so all good, all good. Oh, she's high as a kite, man. She's fine. We'll take care of her, though. We have painkillers and we have all sorts, so we'll let her get real high. Okay, so for girlfriends, we have the completed harem, and this is another thing I did last night. All of them are level 100. All of them have learnt every ability they can possibly learn, including Eden, who is the only GF. You will see current XP 99,000. The rest of them only require 49,500 to get to level 100. He requires 99,000 for some fucking reason, and he has learned everything. So he has a lot of like extra magic. So we'll show you what that did for him a little later, or Richard. Cool. We've got all the abilities. That just comes with the GFs. We've got most of the stuff. missing cards. We've even got the poo-poo card. So we are missing 2 cards in total. We're missing this one here. And we're missing this one here. Both of those cards are in S-Tar. We're going to go get those first thing. And that's it. That's literally everything we can possibly do in the game. And for funsies, just for funsies, I gave everyone 100 full lives. I've spent one there. And I gave Selfie 100 ultimas. Just the strongest magic in the game. Didn't have to do it, wanted to do it. So that's where we're at. I guess I should give a bit of a story loop, maybe, for people who are not familiar with what the f is going on. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay. All right, let's do the story recap. I'll use the world map music because it's a little bit more chill. All right, so the very start of the game, we are Squall, basically, who is the protagonist. Look at him there. Isn't he beautiful? Right? He is a kid who is basically a mercenary called Seed in a place called Garden. Seeds, you know, you get it. And he's part of a mercenary force that pretty much goes around the world and has lots of civil wars, and they try to solve conflicts and do all that stuff. At the start of the game, we have to pass our exam to become a Seed, and we go on a mission with Zell, Selfie, and another person called Cypher, who is our rival, who gave us a big scar across her face. If I go into the menu, you can actually see Squall's scar, I believe. Yeah, you can see there. Look at him. He's so handsome. So they're rivals, and they go on the mission. Now, Cypher decides to go off orders, and you end up on top of like an old communications tower fighting some big monster because the bad guys, the nation of Galbadia, it's in the name, are doing something with that tower, and we want to find out what. But we're not sure, and we get chased away. And we end up running back to our ship and getting back to our garden. Cypher, since he was the squad leader, is punished for this, and he does not pass the candidacy, so he doesn't become a fully fledged Seed. However, Squall, Zell, and Selfie do. So, what happens? They have a big dancey ball. Squall meets a lovely lady. She calls him very handsome, which is, you know, what happens when you are. But they dance, and then the very next day, first day on the job, Squall, Zell, and Selfie get sent to a place called Timber. Timber is a small little town that is under Galbadian occupation at the moment, and it turns out the girl at the dance, her name is Renoa, or Quinoa as we call her. She hired Seed to help her liberate Timber from Galbadian influence. So the headmaster of the garden, Sid, being so clever, decides to send 3 first dayers on the mission because it's cheaper. Yeah, so that's a bit fucked up. Obviously the plans don't go so well because you're a little ragtag group, and you know you're not very well equipped for this. But she comes up with the bright idea to kidnap the president of Galbadia. So I don't know what that's supposed to accomplish, but that's what her idea is, and that's her general plan. Now, before we can even execute that plan, our buddy Cypher, Squall's rival, it turns out him and Renoa are actually dating. I don't really know, it's not very well explained, but they're together, and she was hoping to see him. And out of adoration and, you know, kind of stupidity, he shows up in Timber and he kidnaps the president on a live television broadcast, which is not a very clever thing to do. And then make it worse, we show up to try and get him out of there, and Zell blabs and says that they're going to take him back to Balan Gardens, so everyone knows who tried to kidnap the president. Pretty fucked up. This is where shit starts getting a little weird. Some weird woman shows up out of a portal, and instead of killing Cypher, just kind of takes him. And we're told he's killed, but he's not. So it turns out that woman is the sorceress Ida. She is like Galbadia second in command, but it turns out she just wants to overthrow the whole world and take over, which is what she tries to do. So we have to go to another town and try to assassinate her. That's our next Seed mission. And that's where we get our boy Irvine Kines, the sharpshooter. And he shows up to do the shooty. And there's a very awkward thing where the bullet has to curve around an entire Arc de Triomphe to hit her at the angle where it's supposed to, but it doesn't. She blocks it, and Squall and the gang have to run in and try kill her. But it turns out Cypher is now her knight, her like guard basically. He's in front of her and he stops us from trying to kill her. And we get stabbed real bad. So the end of disc 1, we basically get shanked with a big load of ice and put in prison. And questioned about what seed really is. But Squall doesn't know a goddamn thing, because again, it was his first day on the job like 3 days ago. It's pretty fucked. So, in retribution for trying to kill the sorceress, Galbadia, the nation, tries to blow up Garden, where we're from, and sends a lot of missiles after it. Turns out, Garden can fly. That's not an exaggeration, it just can fly. An entire giant building complex can fly. Seed Mission 1, fuck shit up, shit goes sideways. Seed Mission 2, fuck it up, shit goes really sideways. That's basically how all Seed missions go. Truly. So the Garden can fly, and we discover this randomly. Then there's a side plot that makes no sense and goes nowhere with a Shumi guy called Norg who owns the Garden. You just kind of take a GF off of him and then kill him. Never heard from him again. Don't know why that was in there. So with the Garden being able to fly, you end up sort of going a bit more around the world, and you're like, what the hell is going on? We have to fight back against the sorceress, because if our Garden can fly, their Garden can fly. So we fly around and we try to find the sorceress, and it ends up in a big Garden flying battle where they smash into each other, and we end up attacking over there and fighting the sorceress on her own turf, and we win. We beat up the sorceress, but when we win, something weird happens. There's like a flashbang goes off, and some weird shit happens where Cypher gets up when he shouldn't be able to get up. Renoa gets knocked out. Sorceress Ida gets knocked out. All sorts of shit. Oh yeah, before that, or in the meantime, Irvine here has told the group that all of them are actually orphans, and they're all from the same orphanage, and the person who took care of them at that orphanage was Sorceress Ida, who it turns out is now possessed by someone called Sorceress Ultimacia, who is from the future and is trying to achieve something called time compression, which is taking all timelines, squishing it down into one little bit so she can just dominate it all at once. It's pretty fucked up. She's also looking for a girl named Alone to help her do this, because she thinks her powers will help. That's why we got all the flashbacks and stuff. Alone was fucking with us, basically. Yeah, so that's fucked up, but we win. But Renoa goes into a coma. And then this is the point where Squall realizes he has feelings, just in general. And most of them are directed towards Renoa. We'll go back to Squall, our handsome boy. Most of them are directed towards Renoa, so he gets really upset about the fact that she's in a coma. And he travels to a continent called Estar, who apparently have really advanced medicine, to try and save her. And yeah. If she could compress the time between now and February 28th, that would be really cool. For fuck's sake. Man, I'm hoping I can get a new GPU before then, because I think mine's gonna struggle real hard. But so, in an effort to get GPUs faster, Squall carries Renoa very manly, very sort of self-sacrificingly towards the new continent, and turns out everyone else is already there. They've already beaten him to it. So you get to the new continent and they're like, yeah, we'll help you. You gotta go, you wanna go find Alone? Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know if we can. And then they're like, okay, yeah, fine, you can go see Alone, because Sorceress Ida is actually helping us out now. She's good now, she's unpossessed, although she could be repossessed at any time. So it turns out Alone's in space. Yep. She's straight up in a space station. So they shoot you out into space with Renoa, and in an effort to sort of allow Alone to connect with her the same way she connects with Laguna and Squall to try and figure out what's going on. Turns out this was a very bad idea. In space, there is another sorceress named Sorceress Adele, with an A, but we're going to say Edel with an E, because it's funnier. She is a very bad person. There was a war like 20 years before the game started called the Sorceress War, and she was basically trying to take over the world from Estar as her base of operations. And yeah, people didn't like that, so they rose up and they fought her, Laguna being the sort of leader of that revolution. So they couldn't kill her for some reason, so they just kind of locked her in like a vacuum sealed bag in space. Seemed to do the job. Except for the fact that Renoa is now a sorceress and has been brought close enough that Adele can influence her. or Ultimacia can influence her. And yeah, Renoa just gets possessed and she frees Adele. And also all monsters are from the moon. So during the time where apparently this is just an event where monsters come down en masse from the moon in like a big laser thing, she frees Adele and gets caught up in it and gets, like, you know, sent out into space. And Squall says, fuck this, I'm not living if I can't float through space and find my girlfriend. So he jumps out into the void of space in hopes of finding her. And he does, of course. And even luckier, they happen to find a spaceship called the Ragnarok, which has been out in space for years, abandoned because of some aliens that were on it. Some Among Us was there, but we sorted those out. We actually broke the game when we got to that. You're supposed to beat them in pairs. And we just beat alternating ones so much that the game said, fuck you. You don't get any more XP out of this. So yeah, good stuff. Anyway, with our spaceship, Renoa reveals to Squall that she's now a sorceress, and that's what happened. She was possessed by a sorceress, and just like Ida, she can be possessed by a sorceress at any time, so she's pretty dangerous to have around, honestly. The people in Estar know this, so they take her basically back to Estar, and they're like, listen, you gotta come with us. And they're probably gonna lock her up in a vacuum seal pack again, to be honest, because that's kind of what they do. After she's let go, Squall is kind of sitting around and the rest of his friends find him and they say, Squall, what the fuck, man? What the fuck are you doing? Go get your girl. And that's where we're at. We're going to get our girl. Is that clear? Everything clear? All good? Any questions? It's a very simple story. I don't see why anyone would need to... Sorceress, man. There are... I think there's only 2 sorceresses. Maybe 3 if we count Ida. What's a squall? It's actually a word for a storm. There you go. Got you. No worries. A handsome storm. Oh yeah, because the monsters came down from the moon, there's loads of different shit here now. Oh hey, Odin. Adele, Renoa, and Ultimacia. So, Ida is a sorceress, but she's possessed by Ultimacia. So I don't know if she's a sorceress by herself, or if Ultimacia is the sorceress who traveled back in time to possess Ida. Adele is definitely a sorceress, so Adele and Ultimacia are confirmed. But also with Renoa, she was possessed. Like, she wasn't a sorceress before she was possessed, so I'm wondering, is Ultimacia just a sorceress? And you're only possessed, like, you only become a sorceress if you're possessed by one. Like lightning? Lightning is not a, no, she's a pretty bad protagonist. No, it's where there's a load of clouds and lightning at the same time. Yep, that's the one. Fun fact, in Final Fantasy IX, there's a play at the start of it. And as part of that play, one of the lines is, no cloud nor squall shall hinder us. That's just referencing the previous 2 protagonists. And how Zidane is so much worse than both of them with his little weird monkey tail. Welcome up! It's alright. I have prepared. Selfie ain't gonna die. She's gonna run away though. Is Clive a thunder thing? Yeah, she's fine. She has shell. Just tank it and target past the meteor, it's fine. Oh, I could fight them, but I'm not fucked. There's literally... Right now, there's basically 0 reason for me to fight anything that I don't have to fight. What? Well, you said it, man. I don't know. I thought it might be something I just don't know about. Because there's a lot more protagonists, and they do like to have names around that stuff. Like, Zidane is one of them, and that is that a windy thing? I don't know. Fuck you. Okay, leave me alone. What are you zooming about? Where's the lifter? When's it coming? Oh yeah, there's no lifts. Okay, so what we do have to do is we have to go back to the presidential aid and we have to play him in cards. I have already gotten my 100 draw points. I do not need it again. It is a very, like, it's like calling your Final Fantasy protagonist John. Fly. Well, I mean, it kind of works in that, like, 16 is a relatively grounded game. Oh no, my voice acting. Gerald. These boys. Oh, he's dead. Fuck. I actually do want to fight a couple of these. Because they give me energy crystals. Hell yes, that's what I want to see. Am I just getting fights here? If not, maybe I have to get in fights over here. So those are the monsters where at the very start of the game you can get their card. And make 10 of their cards into energy crystals to get Squall's ultimate weapon. In like regular play, if you weren't to use cards, energy crystals are incredibly difficult to come by. So you would probably be around this time in the game before you could... I'm not fucked! I just want to fight the big boy. Yeah, so really it's like, oh, here, look, here's your item that lets you get Squall's weapon. It's like, cool, the weapon I've had since disc 1. Good buddy. I want to check something with the shop. I'm gonna go shop. Oh, thanks, Odin. Would have been quicker running away. Yeah, there's generally no reason for me to fight anything unless I need items, like the energy crystals. Which I technically don't need, but they could be handy. What's up, dude? Ugh. Stopping. One of these... It keeps saying that it's closed. But if you keep trying it, apparently you get something. There we go. Rosetta Stone. Fuck yeah. What's this? The bookstore. We have all the books. Cloud shop. Rin store. It's the same thing, is it? G stuff. That's the GFs. Gerald store. Johnny shop. Oh wait, this one just randomly opened for me? Fuck yeah. I guess you just have to fucking... play like 150 grand worth of Mega Phoenixes? Absolutely. Elixirs? 750 grand worth of elixirs? Hell yeah. That's just dead handy to have. And I'm so insanely rich. Oh. What's this one? This is just the... Okay. Alright. We have shopped. Big boy? No. It was quicker to kill them than run away. Oh my god. All these enemies do give me really good items, but I've already gotten them. Oh, hello. Thank you. Much easier. Alright, looks like that enemy is pretty rare. And like I said, I don't need the crystals. Chonker. So I'm getting one more fight and it's not that enemy. Fuck him. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I was messing around with some abilities. Odin cannot turn up against bosses. Well, you'll see. But in a normal boss, no, you can't. Alright, we got 2 triple triad cards to get in here, and then our collection is done. Wall. Right. First one should be in here. Oh, this is gonna be random rule, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna do... I don't want to deal with the random rule. I'm gonna take a trip to Balam. So I've figured out a little bit more about the rules, right? So the random rule is showing up there because it's Sentra's rules and their rules. Not that the random rule is a rule of this area, but because it's from the other area, right? And it didn't say that the random rule is spread throughout this region. So if I go to a region that does not have the random rule, and I know for a fact that I can talk to someone in Balam and not play with the random rule, and then come back here and play this guy, he shouldn't have the random rule. Now, unless Estar does have it by default, but I don't think they do. Oh, Chonker. There's actually literally no reason for me to fight anything anymore. Just throw some digs on my way out. Because I can't level up. The GFs can't level up. Counters. I don't need this shit. Okay, so if I go down here to these ducks, play cards with this man here. Cool. I'm just gonna play. I don't think I have to play him, but I'm gonna play around just in case. No, I want the ward card in there. Damn, Eden. Doom Train, what the fuck? Bahamut's pretty good as well. I have top right, I have bottom right, I have bottom left, top left. What do I want a duplicate of? Bahamut. I literally just have to not lose this. That's all I care about. Now, I have played cards that does not have the random rule involved in it. Now, when I go and I play cards in Estar, it will try to use a combination of those rules and Estar's rules. So as long as the random isn't in Estar, which I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure I've played some games in here. Did I just park here, like? Let me in! Back! How do you not have, like, a helipad? Whoops, wait, where was I? Where was I parked? Can I just... Oh, yeah. I got really confused there for a second. Hazel! Why are they moving so quickly? Because I've got triple speed on. I can slow it down. But why would I? Why would I? We're like, everyone's level 100. All of the GFs are level 100. There's no need for me to fight anything anymore. We're fucking zooming, man. We're getting the last 2 cards. And we're going. How are you doing tonight, Hazel? Yeah, it's not meant to be this fast at all. Last 2 cards. Wait, can I go? Hang on. Sitting ducks if we go through here. What a good way to fucking phrase it, game. How many hours? In-game timer is like 54 hours. Out-of-game timer is 60 something. So I think the out-of-game timer is more accurate, probably. Well, maybe. I don't know. The in-game timer does not get tripled when I do triple speed. So it's 57 hours in-game. Ah, my seed level went down. Not my seed level. But like without triple speed, this would easily be like a 120, 150 hour game to do everything I've done. But just beating it, you'd probably do it in 60 to 80 hours, but I basically have 100% of it. I don't know, I'm gonna feel weird when I don't have this to stream anymore.